Hi guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. It is an absolutely beautiful day. It's going to be a scorcher though. We put the air conditioner away and I think we're going to have to get it out of the sea container again. But I thought I would start the day showing you. I mentioned that we were going to trim, just trying to get out of the sun here. I can't see anything. We're going to trim the zucchini plants. So we did that last night, so I just kind of wanted to show you what they look like now. Kind of massacred like I do with the tomato plants. But also we decided to I was thinking, well, maybe we should watch some videos on trimming the cucumber and squash plants. Well, we should have 2 months ago. Anyway, before I get started with that, just like to ask you to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. And if you're new to the channel, I'm basically squatting on this 5-acre parcel of my ex-husband's, helping him out with his property while he helps me build a new tiny house for myself. And we're trying to grow as much food as we can. We've got laying hens that have just started laying eggs, and we've already put one batch of meat birds in the freezer. So we're just basically trying to live off grid and grow as much food and supply ourselves with as much as we can. Anyway, let's get going and look at these zucchini plants to begin with, because like I said, we pretty much butchered them. You can see, not only is it so much easier to see the zucchini, some of them in here are really big, and I'm actually, now that one I think is ready to eat. So you can see how many stalks we broke off here. There's another huge one in there that, you know, we couldn't see. Just couldn't see anything in here. Now, I'm not going to trim any more in the heat of the day right now. These are the branches that we broke off last night, and you can see there's only about 15 feet of zucchini plants. So these are the branches we broke off. Probably should have done it a long time ago. And these are, I did look on my diagram, it says squash are down here, and you can sort of see, you can see a squash there, and I mean, like, they are just getting massive. Like every single day they're growing so much, but this plant obviously is totally overgrown. It's absolutely crazy. So we learned a couple things this morning on the video. We will train them to grow up a trellis of some sort next year, and we will trim them from the very beginning as soon as they get established, because this is absolutely out of control now. So anyway, color me silly. Self-deprecating humor is one of my specialties, and this is pretty funny. I mean, you can see on that side it's absolutely overtaking my carrots, so I'm just going to whack all of that off of there to let my carrots grow a little bit better. And I'm not too worried about butchering this plant now because it's so out of control. So yeah, I say this is squash here. Chris says it's cucumber, but I did ask him if he gets tired of being wrong. I mean, this is crazy. There was supposed to be a row there and another row here, and it's over to the spinach. So 3 rows over on this side and 2 rows over on that side. So yeah, lesson learned. I did say many times, we don't know what we're doing. And if this isn't proof positive, I don't know what is. So anyway, gonna do this, but I'm gonna do it later when it's cooler, because the zucchini plants, my arms were all cut up. They're so prickly underneath the leaves, and I have a lot of skin issues anyway. I have special cream that I put on everything from dermatologist in Ontario, and so I'm going to do it later when I can put a shirt on when it's cooler. Can't put a shirt on in this heat to do this, so definitely an evening job, but I just thought For those of you who have been watching and thinking, trim the plants, trim the plants. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, a lesson learned. Because this, like I say, is totally out of control. I'm just going to whack all these trellises off and get them at least back into one row. But I'm really pleased with what we did with the zucchini yesterday. And I mean, you can see how big that one is there. Like, that's crazy that that is so big, and I couldn't even see any of these because the leaves came so far out. I'm gonna have to get these beets done too. You can see where the beets are lifting up the ground cover, so we definitely need to cut these holes bigger for next year, but I think I better rescue these beets pretty quick too. So anyway, oh, and we did get another egg today. Now, I checked the boxes first thing this morning, and there were no eggs, and there was actually poop in a couple of the nesting boxes, and I didn't think they did that. But anyway, Gertie, who we think laid the first egg, and one other hen were kind of staying back. All of the other chickens rushed out first thing in the morning, and Gertie and another hen sort of stayed back in the coop. So I thought, well, that's interesting. So anyway, Chris just came in a few minutes ago with an egg. So again, we're totally new at this, and I don't really know that much about chickens, but I'm thinking they like to lay when it's quieter. So maybe they wait till everybody goes out and it's nice and quiet and they lay their egg and get on with their day. I don't know. Anybody knows, feel free to let me know, because I mean, I let them out this morning. Within 30 seconds, Rusty had jumped on a couple of them. I mean, seriously, like within 30 seconds, 2 or 3. And so, yeah, it just seems like they like to do it sort of where they're quieter and not bothered, maybe. Anyway, that's just my theory. So, you can see how crazy this squash plant looks from here too. But now I am not going to feel too bad about butchering those either after watching a couple of videos about that. So, going to do that later, but there's one day coming up. Chris checked the forecast and it's supposed to be 38. Again, that's really hot for here. And there's one nasty little chicken in my garden again. Everybody else is over doing their own thing, and there's one chicken in my garden. So I'm going to go chase her away. I'm going to go do something inside. I've got to redraw my drawing for the tiny house because we did make some changes in the measurements when we moved the walls a little bit. So I got to get that done. I'll do that stuff inside when it's hot like this and get out to the garden a little later on. So we'll update you a little later. There's another zucchini that I didn't see. That's not the one I measured with my hand. This one down here is this one. So again, I just couldn't see them because there's so many, and some of them are getting pretty big. Awesome. One growing straight up in the air over there. And you can see where Chris is cutting circles out of the floor here. That's for the plumbing ABS. And you can see they're all at different heights because he's calculated the slope to get as much slope as he can in the distance that he's got. And they'll meet in the middle and then drain out. So one of those, again, tedious jobs that I certainly can't help with because I don't know nothing when it comes to slope and draining and that kind of stuff. Another one of the jobs that has needed to be done for a long time and hasn't been getting done is digging the French drain deeper. That's where the gray water goes. We still got to go get gravel to fill that up, but I asked somebody, I won't mention any names, to put some fill here because there was like a big ledge there. Well, I couldn't get the garden cart in and out. And the water, the gray water's making that orchard area go soggy too. So this is the French drain. We're redirecting the water for now into the orchard, but this was not deep enough. It was just overflowing a tiny bit. So we're digging it deeper. It was still a bit wet. I bailed all the stinky water out yesterday and threw it into the orchard. But thought, well, I'll do a little bit of this today because I can't do too much at once. I did enough. My hip is hurting really bad, so that's it, and my wrists. So, but I got a lot more out of there than I thought I would. I dug it, I scraped down the sides a little bit bigger, made it a little bigger around, and got quite a bit out of there. Well, you can see how much this was quite a steep ledge, so we'll pack this down and then I'll be able to roll my garden cart in here more easily. And this will tidy this up a little bit too. We'll go get the gravel shortly to fill this up. So I'm sure people are having questions about the gray water and stuff like that. And of course, I don't think about that stuff because I'm just the designer. Anyway, one more little task done. Chris says he's going to get in the hole and dig it deeper and shovel it into the bucket of the tractor and then dump it. So he can do that later. I'm not going in the hole. I fell in the hole once already. I'm not going back in the hole. And no, I am not digging a shallow grave for the ex-husband, in case you're wondering. This is today's new egg. So again, these are different colors, and apparently the different colors are because they're from different hens. So that's good, but look how clean this one is from this morning. This one has a little bit of straw stuck to it, but this is the one that they laid in the dirt behind the compost. So big difference in how dirty they get, that's for sure. But anyway, one more egg today. Hopefully a couple more before the day is done. And might have enough to make a tiny omelet pretty soon. But I'm curious to see what the yolks look like. So this is what we were afraid of. I came out to get something out of the sea can, and a couple of chickens came out from here. They're going underneath the sea can. It's probably nice and cool. So look what we have here. Another egg laid just anywhere. So, oh my goodness. This is what we don't want. And I think, like I said, we're going to have to look underneath there with, look at them all come running now because I'm standing here talking. No, this is not, yeah, see, they're coming out from under the sea can too. This is not where we lay the eggs, girls. No. Well, I'm going to take this one in and add it to the other one, so that's 2 today so far that we know of. I think we're going to have to get the flashlight and look under here and see if they're laying eggs under the sea can. We're going to have to put screen around this if that's the case. Because now they can just lay them anywhere. Anybody can help out with that, let us know. Sheesh. So that's 2 eggs so far today. Just going to add it to my bowl in the fridge. And we'll see what else we get today. So again, you can see this is the one I just got. Now that one and that one look about the same size and the same color. These ones are definitely different colors, so I hope that means we've got a few different chickens laying eggs. Now I kind of did a little scout around and went out in the long grass where they're going, and Chris tried seeing under the sea can where they're going, like it's actually the one we're building the tiny house in that they're going underneath because it's so cool and shady. So we're going to have to try and see with a flashlight if they're laying eggs under there, and if they are, we're going to have to put some screen around there to keep them from going under there. And I think maybe make some more nesting boxes for outside where the compost is, because that's their favorite spot. So we'll see if that works. If anybody has any advice, we sure would appreciate it. Well, it's almost 9 o'clock at night, and we just finished supper. Had a pretty late supper. We are going to go out. I'm just going to run the camera, and Chris is going to do the trimming I have such a bad reaction to the prickly stuff, the leaves and everything yesterday. So, and it's really hard to do this and hold the camera, kind of like when I'm trimming the tomatoes. But look at this, this first and second tomato plants. Like, look how many blossoms are on there now that I've got it trimmed again. You can see they're absolutely, I need to get this big one on over so that it's on the right side of the rings. But I mean, you couldn't see the blossoms at all. And every time I look at it, of course, I can see more branches that need to be cut off. But I'll probably have to do it again in a very short time, because it's just amazing how they regenerate. But anyway, I am going to run the camera. I'll do the hard work while Chris trims these plants. Oh, what is this chicken doing in here? I was going to just whack all these runners off, but of course this is where the squash are sort of more evident. And I wanted to measure this one zucchini because I'm so pleased with it. We're going to put all this stuff in the garden cart tomorrow. Like, this zucchini is huge. So there's my hand. It's a couple inches longer than my entire hand, so it's a pretty big zucchini. And that actually, wow, I didn't even see that one. Can't believe how much they're growing. Look at that chicken. Let's see if I can chase that chicken. It actually sort of feels like it might rain. So, come on, you. Get out of here. Go on. Go on. Wait, no, not that way. Go. Go on. Oh, you. Come on. Stubborn chicken. Go on. Get back in your place. Run. Run, you big chicken. No, Rusty, don't bring your entourage over here. You stay out of the garden. Take your girls and go somewhere else.
Separated into the plants.
Yeah.
This is,
Oh, I see, yeah.
this is one here. Oh, it's actually two. Look at that. Yeah, look at that little one's getting grounded out.
Yeah. Came out of a different hole, eh? Oh, there's another squash there. So it seems to be the ones that come out here into the sun, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
And in there they can't get any sun.
There's a little one there.
The blossoms are just crazy in
There's a
there.
little one there.
Oh yeah. So, oh, that's a cucumber. Yeah, these ones are cucumbers. I think I can remember saying that we didn't want to plant too many cucumbers, but yeah, look at the blossoms just on this one plant. Pretty crazy. And then, yeah, these ones, like I say, the biggest ones that have gone completely insane are squash. And they're covering my carrots on this side, so I really don't want them. Ow! I didn't bring my gloves either. Ouch. I don't know how you can, oh, that's cucumber. It's not prickly like this one. You're gonna need your gloves for this squash, that's for sure. We use these welder's gloves. They've got the big cuff on them and I love them. Thank you, big brother. Yeah, you stay over there, Rusty. I don't know which one that is. That one's a really dark one. She just wanders around with him. I should maybe have another little look and see if there are any more eggs. Yeah, they've got basically a tunnel. Look at that crazy chicken down there. Just buried right in the dirt. And of course the other one wants that particular spot. I should have a look here again in the woods and see if there are any more eggs behind here. I really don't want them laying eggs in here. And of course, any advice on this would be much appreciated, because this is not something I expected, was to start finding eggs all over the place. I thought when you provided them with nesting boxes, just gonna look at their other spot down here that they laid. I think I just heard thunder. Yeah, we're kind of thinking we might not get this all done because of the rain. We hope there's rain coming. I think I just heard some thunder. Sometimes it's hard to tell because we get so many big trucks on the road here. So sometimes it's a big truck. But I think I just heard thunder. So these babies are so cute. There's usually one up on top of the water, but they're not right now. Maybe they're quieting down for the night. They're getting to that stage where they're just so darned ugly. The feathers are prettier, but their heads and everything look so ugly. Anyway, don't see any eggs in the spots that we've found them so far. And of course they just keep kicking the straw out of there, so that's not going to work. People have said that those work, but it doesn't have a lip on it, so the straw doesn't stay in them. No more eggs in here. Poop. So that's only 2 eggs today, and that doesn't make any sense. I thought they started laying every day, but maybe not. What do I know? Chris is tired out after doing just a few cucumber plants. And this is the cucumbers. He's tired out, and this is the nightmare ahead. It is actually the time of day that most old people go to bed. So maybe that should be happening. I don't know. I had a nap, not a long nap today, but I did have a nap. It's just too hot to do anything in the middle of the day. Look at this. She just walked through the fence. Sneaking up on Chris. Maybe if we throw the leaves over the fence.
There's a carrot in this one.
Oh, jeez, isn't that funny? Yeah, now she'll go through the fence because she wants to get the stuff that the other guys are getting. Yeah, get back through there. Go on. Yeah, there you go. They're going to get a big surprise if we turn the fence back on. They're so used to walking through it now. Well, there you go. You got the cucumbers done. Now do the squash. They're really prickly, so I think you should probably put your gloves on, but I can see from here how big the potatoes are getting. These chickens are so funny. I didn't know chickens were so funny. Hey, Rusty. Didn't know. Be nice when you grow some tail feathers back, you ugly looking thing. Let's go and look at this girl. What are you doing? Oh, Rusty, for Pete's sake. Really? She's not ready. Move on. There's 23 others, for Pete's sake. Oh, there's another one in there. Oh, gee. Going in that way. Maybe they'll follow me out to the potato patch. Yeah, look at the size of these potato plants now. You can hardly even find the chickens. It's like they're walking through the forest. These are getting huge now. What do you think, girls? I hope you're just in here eating bugs. Look at some of them are way out there in the field. And of course, I'm worried that they're gonna be laying eggs in the long grass over there. I don't know. I mean, I always thought, you know, everybody talks about free range, free range. How do you keep them from laying eggs way out in the field? Anybody knows? Help us out. Oh my goodness. I actually went and checked, the area around there, the long grass, earlier because, oh, I shake my ponytail because when the bees buzz around my head like a horse's tail. And sometimes they follow me. Ah! I think it might be time for a shower when the bugs and the bees start following and attacking. But yeah, there's lots of blossoms on these ones. That one's huge. And look at these guys in here. And those ones over there have purple flowers on them. There's one row. I don't know what they are. They have purple flowers. These ones have white flowers. So it looks like we might get some decent potatoes, which is good. Chris loves his potatoes. I'm gonna go back on keto. I haven't been feeling very well since I went off it. So I'm gonna go back on keto. So the zucchini will be awesome, and of course the chicken, and wish I'd gotten spinach. But I buy the big giant bags at the grocery store, and then I cook it and put it in, like I divide it up into 3 or 4 meal sizes. So I guess I'll just have to keep doing that and plant more spinach. I'll have to look at which type I planted. I don't know. I'm just totally mystified. Have no clue. So, but I would have loved to get a lot of spinach. We planted too much lettuce. The peas didn't come up. So, yeah. The beans are doing good, but only some. It's not hard to tell where the beans just stopped. And then 2/3 of the row got none. So that was disappointing too, but again, I like to concentrate on the good things. I'm gonna actually have to take some peas off of there pretty quick because they are getting pretty big, and I still don't know if there's anything coming out of this mess. I think we should probably trim these too, because this is just crazy. And doesn't look like I'm gonna get cauliflower or broccoli either, and I don't know why. So either way, like I said, I'm really, really, really happy with the ground cover. Couldn't be happier with that. And you know, learn some lessons and see what happens next year. Got way less peas than I wanted, but, and of course, you can see right there, the chickens were pecking those, so the chickens killed those, and Sadie killed them last year. So, but I am definitely not getting broccoli out of this. So, Chris is tired right out. I might have to come out and help trim some of this squash plant tomorrow, but I'd have to put a shirt on. I'm not going in there without being completely covered because they are just too prickly. And I felt like I'd been all sliced up from the zucchinis yesterday. So you can see. Yeah. And it's actually getting a little bit dark. I can't smell the rain yet, but pretty sure it's gonna rain. So another wayward chicken in here. They sure like to peck my cabbage. Oh my goodness. Bad chicken. Bad chicken. Go on. Get through there. Go on. Good girl. Yeah, they'll get a nasty surprise if we put the power back on in this. But might have to. I think probably next year one of the things on the list will be to put a proper fence around the garden. There are a lot of deer. Actually, the deer haven't been a problem. I'm really surprised by that. But if we're gonna have more chickens and they're running all over like this, yeah, they love the onions and garlic, which is making me cranky. They love my peas, they love the beet greens, and they love the cabbage. So I'm not loving them. So, well, I might love them more once I'm getting lots of eggs. The eggs are going to be really nice for keto too. So, but you can see all of these vines. You can see when I squat down here, like there's 3 squash there that you can see. They seem to be out here, and of course that maybe it's because they're in the sun.
There's one in there. Was buried.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're hidden in there. They can't get any sun.
Lots of blossoms.
I don't even know how to. How do you know what to cut off at this point in time? And then that one out there that's in the sun is the biggest, of course. So yeah, I was kind of thinking just whack these all off, but then of course this is where all the squash are. There's another one there, another one there. They seem to be on the vines that have come out into the sun. So I guess the neighbors are going to be getting lots of squash and zucchini. But that's good. Look at that, another chicken in the garden. I'm gonna go get her, and then I will update you a little bit later, see how far we get here tonight. Oh, and I can hear the bees just buzzing everywhere. I only got 1 bee so far that I see in my little bee traps that I made. So I got a couple of 2-liter bottles, and I'm gonna try that, see if I have better luck. But anyhow, not sure how far us old people are gonna get tonight. I'm gonna come out here tomorrow and well, I've got to clean the bathroom and do some cleaning and everything, but come out here tomorrow and get these chunks of wood cleaned up and look for eggs and sweep up the sawdust. It's kind of crappy working when things are such a mess, and neither Chris nor I like that. So I think I'll come out tomorrow and tidy this up. So I'm gonna get the garden cart and go put all the leaves in it. It'll make good material for the compost, but it'll make it easier for Chris to see what he's doing over there too. Good, Rusty. Beep, beep. And look at this crazy chicken over there on the garden side of the fence. Oh my goodness. Devil chickens. I really think we should put the electricity back on for there. Yeah, I'm talking about you. We're gonna start marking you for freezer. So it's actually raining now. It's still beautiful out and the sun's out, but we've got a big cloud over us that is raining. So I just thought I'd show you. Chris was being so gentle, and I just went up here and hacked everything out of this side because it was encroaching on the carrots. I think the carrots will do a lot better now. Like I say, this is the cucumbers, and you can sort of see now how I guess airflow is the thing that's important. So now you can see, I mean, we're still going to have so many squash, and they all seem to be going out that way because that's south. There were no squash coming out on this side. So I just hacked all of this stuff off that was going into the carrots. We're gonna have so much squash, it's not even funny. I was just joking about next year we'll plant 2 squash seeds, because I think that would be enough for us. Is that Gertie? No, a different one? There's a few of them that like to be petted and picked up and everything. Anyway, so that's what I did. At least we got something done, and you can see how much is in the wagon here. I picked up the dead leaves yesterday from the zucchini, and this is overflowing now. But this will be good compost material, and we'll continue with this tomorrow. You can see how many blossoms are in here for the cucumbers, and you can also see how many blossoms are hidden in here. So I think this will actually be good for them. But yeah, all the decent sized ones all seem to be going out the south side of the garden anyway. So, and we're gonna have far, 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 far too much squash. I had no idea, clearly. But anyway, I think that's it for today. It's raining. We got to get this stuff put in the compost, round up some chickens, and get inside and shower. So I think that's a done day for us old people. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video with your family and friends. I hope you learned something. Don't do what we did. And if you have any advice, especially about chickens laying eggs everywhere, including in the dirt, please send us some comments, advice, and help. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.